Hello, Alan. How are you? I'm Jamie.
Oh, hello, lovey. All right.
I'm very good. It's a bit early for neat vodka, isn't it?
I'm trying to be good. I'm trying, after the Comedy Awards, I made a right tit of myself.
I thought it was funny though. Everyone loves a heckler.
Yeah, but I can't remember getting home. Do you know what I mean?
So are you up for an award? Which one?
Well, I was just saying that, you know, this is for a magazine where guys like to look at women semi-naked, and they've chosen me to be the funny one.
Well, maybe, you know what, I'm not just saying it, and I'm not in a kind of misogynistic sense, but I bet you look pretty good semi-naked. Are all TV commissioners cunts, Jim, because they got rid of shooting stars?
No, it's perfectly fine. We know we're moving on.
It might be for you. Not fine for the rest.
So there's something else that's going to be better.
Give us a hint.
Can't.
Explain to me, Keith, the phenomenon that is celebrity juice.
I don't know. Holly Willoughby, big tits.
Yeah.
Fern Cotton, no tits.
Yeah.
And some people like that, don't they? Some people like no tits.
Yeah.
Little tits.
So you're a tit man or a no?
I like tits. Yeah, I like tits.
Vic wasn't unhappy that Shooting Stars wasn't canned, but it was just quietly laid to rest, right? Because he said that there's something top secret in the planning, and he said that you would tell me.
We're doing. I've just heard from the gentleman next to you that we're doing something set in a hotel.
Yeah, Vic said you're doing a film in a hotel, so that's just to let you know.
Rightio.
Yeah, and
so that sounds all right. I thought we were doing one in a caravan. Lee Nelson. Is that Lee Nelson?
What's the worst heckle you've ever had?
When I was in Birmingham, I was comparing, and I said, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" When I'm an ambulance driver. I said, "Oh, what's the worst thing you've seen?" He said, "You."
Just how drunk do they get before recording?
Fern is very professional, /miserable, and never gets drunk. And Holly gets as drunk as a tramp.
Absolutely stuck in.
Yeah, proper. We all have a little booze up.
And her husband, Dan.
Yeah, he's producer.
He's producer. Does he keep her in check, or does he just?
No, he enjoys it. I think the more drunk she is, he thinks it's better for me, and then I'll make more money and I'll get a bigger extension on my house.
So basically, right. There you go. See.
Do you know what he does, Dan?
What?
When he goes for a poo, he takes all his clothes off. All of them. So if you go to cinema with him, we went to see Back to the Future when it was re-released. And he went, "I'm just off to the toilet." And then when he came back, Martin McFly were in 50s. I said, "What the fuck were you doing?" I said, "Were you having a poo?" He went, "Yeah."
And so he socks and
everything. I said, "Why?" He went, "Because it's like a weird OCD thing. He's scared of getting a bit of poo on him." So he takes all his clothes off.
Wow.
I mean, when I go for a poo,
which would theoretically give you more chance of shitting on your own leg, wouldn't it?
But you take your coat off, don't you? You take your coat off, and I get off back. I always take my coat off. Out of respect.
And if I've got a big jumper on, that might have to go as well.
You don't want it going down, don't you?
You just feel.
I've been your coat.
We're talking about pooing with jumpers on. How do you make a radio show funny?
Wow. I don't know. You start talking with people that you like, and you hope that it's entertaining, and then you take stuff from the listeners.
Do you script most of it? How much planning goes into this? And you know that there's method in my questioning it.
I arrive at 6, I look at the papers, I write my first joke, and then we see what happens.
And just take it from there.
Yeah, I've got a new show. It's very exciting. Starts, I think, goes out in September. Start filming it in April. Taking it from ITV1 before X Factor, Saturday night, no pressure.
And it's like a hidden camera style thing?
Yeah, it's hidden camera. As someone said on Twitter, wow, that's original. It's like, well, that's what I do, you know. It's like, if you write a book, I'm going to write another one. I haven't done a hidden camera for 8 years. Trigger Happy was all about the fact that I hated Beatles about it. It was so horrible. And so I've sort of got that slot now, and I want to do for hidden camera what Harry Hill did for
You've Been Framed?
You've Been Framed. Yeah. Let's face it, that was the most embarrassing show you've ever seen in your life.
Lisa
and
Riley.
you hate Lisa Riley. I mean, you just wanted to vomit watching it.
Who can?
But now you're watching exactly the same show, but it's funny.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm going to try and do.
Perfect.
Yeah. I haven't really planned it, as you can see.
No, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
If not, what's the worst going to happen? I'll be back here for best
homeless man. Best tweet. So you're here for fresh meat, right?
Yeah.
What do you reckon the chances are?
Pretty good, we've just been told we won.
Here's me helping keeping a straight face. They're giving it all away. I think we've used some of your photographs on our website more often than not. Are you the one that falls out the club's pissed all the time?
I think think that probably applies to most of work. I think the majority of work are fit into that stereotype.
And is there a massive kind of, there's Geordie Shore, there's Made in Chelsea, there's Towie, is there another one I'm missing one? Which is the one with the monobrow? Scouse Wives, they're the ones who've kind of devised this kind of brow thing.
A very heavy brow line.
A very heavy brow line. Your brow line is kind of fair to middling.
I would say, I'm hitting medium with mine.
Yeah, does it annoy you that you look so much like Plan B?
No, you know, you're actually the first person to say that. Honestly, yeah. Is Plan B his name or the name of the group? Do I look like the whole group?
I think it's him.
Is it just him? Right.
It is Mr. B.
Oh, right. Well,
you could drive around Hackney and get whatever the fuck you want.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, damn straight.
Could I call myself Plan C?
Stick on a Hackett suit. Maybe sweat a bit more. And just keep mopping your brow with a silk hanky.
You are quite happy.
Today?
That's it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, that's thanks very much.
You could be, actually, yes, you are like a taller, more nourished example.
And also we're both equally posh.
Yeah, he's quite posh, isn't he, example?
He's from Hammersmith, he's from hardcore Hammersmith.
Oh, he's like, where are you from then?
Hardcore Putney.
Hardcore Putney. Putney can be quite hardcore.
Yeah, not the bad.
Actually, it can't be hardcore. It's just basically one hill towards the bridge.
Yeah, it's quite core. It's like organic apple core. That's as tough as it gets.
There was once a fight outside Carluccio's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, listen. Are you up for an award?
No, I'm going to be helping giving them out. I think.
Are you?
Yes.
Good.
No pressure.
So you're going to get a goodie bag, right? She's going to get a goodie bag. Do they get a goodie bag? When you do the Oscars, they give you goodie bags. You have holidays, watches.
What's in this one?
Yazoo.
Milkshake.
Nice. What's the worst heckle you've ever had?
I think I had an homeless person come in once, just asked me for some money while I was on stage.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was a tough one. To keep the audience on board, I thought, do you want
whilst you're looking for a fiver?
Say something, get a house.
I'm quite surprised that comedians here have been actually quite friendly and happy because, you know, the kind of general perception to us mere mortals is that when you're not on camera, comedians are generally depressed alcoholics.
Yeah. Well, it's the daytime, isn't it? That's the thing. Daytime.
There are lots of people walking around looking at their watch going, is it too soon yet?
Yeah. Is it too soon to be nasty?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Was I the only guy that thought that was your real wife in the trip?
No, a lot of people said to me.
How kind of forward-thinking of them to embrace media in such a way.
No, it wasn't my real wife, and it wasn't my real child, and in fact, none of that was. In reality, I have 5 children.
Wow.
But in the trip, I have just one little baby, so it wasn't quite how it appeared. And I'm not as reluctant to do things as I am in the trip.
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
There's a bit where we're at some place and Steve goes to climb up a waterfall or something.
Oh, that's right. He's going to find himself.
And I say, oh, I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
In reality, I would have been there like a shot.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And are you looking? Are you on the continual search for the sequel to Man in a Box? In your mind, are you thinking, how do I do kind of like Woman in a Cave?
Woman in a Cave?
Woman in a Cave, that could be the next one.
I think that could probably be the one, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, if that happens, you know that he thought of it.
You're the one, all right.
Perfect, thanks a lot.
Cheers, thank you.